Question for Officer Dawson.
Hey, that's right. Call me Officer Dawson.
Tell me a little about what was being on set with those guys. I mean, those are comedy legend guys.
Man, it was
alongside them.
I'm close with Kevin, so he made me feel real comfortable before. Adam, I met once before that, but we didn't really, I didn't really know him that well, and I was really nervous because it's my first time acting, and then also it's those two like comedy legends, and there's this guy Chris Weidman who's never even acted before, and I'm like, doing all these lines with them, so it was very intimidating. When I first got my script, I'm like, they had a lot of lines for me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm nervous, and Kevin, I think, was nervous for me because he didn't really know how I was going to do, and there's a lot of pressure on him too. He's like, you sure you want to do it? We could maybe not do a live audience this week because it's a short week. We could probably get out of the live audience because live audience is harder because you don't just stop every single time that you mess up. There's a crowd there, so if you can't deal with the pressure, you could really not do good. And you have to deal with the laughs of everybody. You have to pause for your lines. It's a little different. So it was nerve-wracking. I was almost with them. I'm like, all right, whatever you want with the live audience. And I ended up saying, all right, let's just do the live audience. And I was happy, man. By the end of the whole thing, I wanted more lines. It was so much fun. It was because it was intimidating working with Kevin and Adam for my first acting debut, but they were so comfortable on camera that it made me feel more comfortable as if we were just having normal conversations, hanging out. And I think that's really what it's all about anyway. So they really helped me get through it. It was just a lot of fun. It was so much fun. And it was an honor. It was definitely, I don't know how many people beat that for their first time acting.
How many days were you on set for?
That was 4 days. 4 days on set.
I'm just wondering, how many times was there they bust your balls a lot, I'm sure? I would imagine so, right?
I have, he was busting my balls before. It was basically it's like their fight week, But when it came down to that TV week, I think he wanted to give me confidence. I think he realized it is a very stressful thing. You have a lot of people, a lot of cameras, a lot of people judging every word that comes out of your lips, off your lips, and then especially with the live audience coming, you're gonna have hundreds of people in there, judging everything. So I think he started, you're gonna do great. He started kind of pumping with confidence, and I had great support over there, like a bunch of the writers over there. I'm friends with too, which is very. I told them, I'm like, every single time I give a line, please tell me afterwards, if you think I should do something different, if you thought that was terrible. I just want you guys to be as honest as possible with me because I'm open for any type of criticism. I'm open book because I really don't know anything.
How much of the Longo, Volante, and I know your gym guys bust on you after that? What were their reactions?
Well, Longo is a movie star himself, so he was trying to give me advice on my acting, on how to act. So he was very supportive with that, and everybody was just really happy for me. They're kind of blown away with the whole thing, and they gave me they said nothing but nice things to me. So it was a cool thing.
Thank you, Officer.
Hey, no problem, son.
I have a couple of quick. So, you mentioned earlier your training in New York City. Can you talk a little bit more about the work you put in for an event like this?
Training in New York City? Yeah, so kind of same usually for me. I go to Henzo's Gracies in New York City. I do some jiu-jitsu. I spar out there. So I'm there maybe once a week for this camp. And then other than that, I'm on Long Island in my gym or at Matt Serra's Academy in Levittown. So just kind of moving all over Long Island to the city. So this is just home for me,